Hi everyone, this is Self-Discovery Support. We're doing your message today, and so let's just find out what's happening, what you need to know about in the collective. I'm using the Archetype cards and the Power of Surrender cards and the Tarot of the Golden Wheel today. So let's just get a quick message. We're going to start with Oracle. Alright, so I want to know about the roles that people are playing right now. Some of the things we need to pay attention to. What do we need to know? We have the Rescuer. What else? We have the Goddess. We have the Prince. Okay, I just did the shorts, you know, the tarot shorts I've been doing all year, and I think Libra, a lot of the air signs got the Prince, and I believe that some of the fire signs got the Rescue, or maybe Leo and Sag. So if you're listening to this you could have those placements: fire sign and air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we do have a Goddess, so that's a very kind of Empress energy. I want to think of it as Taurus, Virgo. Alright, so let's look at that. Alright, I want to find out what's happening. In general, you know, we have people who you may be being called to step up into a role that genuinely helps people. You may find yourself being a little bit more kind of altruistic, kind of finding yourself called to help people. There might just be situations that pop up and present themselves for you. And I feel like maybe there's something here about self-worth. A lot of people discovering, just connecting themselves to their body, nature. Some of you are working out, trying to take care of your health more. And we do have the Prince, so we have people coming into their sense of power. There's a lot here about kind of like a romantic, sensual energy. So that could be something that's, you know, in the energy for the collective. Not just kind of growing spiritually through how we contribute to others, but almost like a connection to the earthiness of ourselves, and that is also attracting others in. That's very appealing to others. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more about that. Okay, so we have with the Rescuer, let's start with this side. If many of you connect to that, you know, the light attributes is provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Then we have shadow attributes, assumes that the rescued will reciprocate and keeps the rescued one needy. But there is something here. Definitely this is a card of reciprocation. And almost like that is the thing that's changing. If something is changing, which is it that we are receiving potentially? Yeah, it's like good things are coming in because it's that time. We have offered help in the past potentially, and now things are coming in that are about to change situations for us. And let's look at the Goddess. If you connect to the Goddess energy here, or this card, we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Wheels, clarifying that it's almost like walking away from stinginess in a way, you know. It's like I'm not closing myself off anymore. I'm not locking myself away. I'm not holding back. I'm not controlling things. I leave that all behind because you know what? There's something better for me out there. And that's just a kind of like revelry in oneself. This is a very controlled person, intent on kind of hiding what's there. We're not doing that anymore, right? We're leaving that behind. It's a new day. You can see that there's a kind of full kind of eclipse here. Things are changing radically for us. And if you relate to the Prince, we have the King of Wheels, the Fool here. Definitely, princely energy, power. We find that things are unlocking for us on this earth, and that is really, there's something here. There's something about creating something new. Look at this. Both of these people. This could be romantic. This could be many of us stepping into a more stable energy and just going for that situation that presents itself, that bit of romance. That is interesting. Okay, some of us are also like opening businesses, trying to prepare for the long-term life that we want. But there is something that we're having to kind of make a quick decision about. I want to find out about power to surrender, about these things. We're using the power to surrender cards. Surrender to what is. Yeah, there's something about flow here. Surrender to prayer. Surrender to non-action. Okay, so that is really interesting. In light of the fact that we have the Fool, which is a very kind of action-oriented. Sometimes being the Fool or jumping into that new beginning, leaping for what you want, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to do something. Maybe it's not an action, but maybe it's allowing that kind of flow, allowing things to flow, trusting that it will happen in our lives. And with the Goddess, there's, you know, it's interesting that we have the Goddess and the prayer, because it's almost like worshiping yourself a little bit now. That sounds bad, doesn't it? That's kind of like we're told we shouldn't worship ourselves, but maybe some of us do need to kind of take care of ourselves, appreciate ourselves, praise ourselves more. And what is that but if not worship? And then, okay, so it seems like with this rescue, I'm getting an energy of some of us feeling like we may need to be rescued, or you wanting to do that for others. I feel that way. Some of you could be very service oriented, and maybe this is a time to allow people to kind of allow things to flow naturally. If you are to be in a place to help, to assist, it will work out that way. But if you find that you're having to, have you ever tried to like help someone, but you're having to move heaven and earth to make that happen, and you feel like you have to do this thing, why won't they accept my help? Like, I just want to do this thing, but you're attaching maybe a little bit too much to that identity of being a savior or rescuer in that sense. Yeah, and that keeps the person in a state of need in a way, actually. So that is what I have for you guys, a quick message. So take care, and I'm wishing you all the best.